Hey there, so here we are in Logic. Let's now import that audio into Logic and see what happens, see what we can do. Okay, so there's a really quick and easy way of getting audio into Logic, which is to use the key command I've suggested to you all along, Command and Tab. Remember that? I'm going to flip round to my Finder window. I'm going to find my piece of audio. Here it is, audio recording. And just drag it straight in. And I'm just dragging it to kind of emptiness, to the main arrange window. Let go. There it is. Okay, I'm going to delete that software instrument channel and just go full screen. Looks a bit prettier. Off we go. So this is an audio recording. It is indeed an audio recording. Let's open up this EQ. We've done this before. You can now see this is an audio recording. You can see what it looks like frequency wise through time. You can see that the S's of my voice are kind of up here, 5 to 10k. Watch. This is an audio recording. This is an audio recording. And you can see that my kind of fundamental, the overall pitch of my voice is down here at sort of between 100 and 200 hertz. The low bits of my voice, right? This is an audio recording. That's great. I've got a plugin installed on my computer which we haven't got in the Mac suite at university, but nonetheless, let's have a look now at this audio as a spectrogram. This is an audio recording. It looks pretty. So you might recall we viewed it this way in Audacity. This is a bit prettier, I suppose. It moves through time. Is an audio recording. This is an audio recording. You can see the S of my voice is kind of up here in the higher frequencies. The sort of fundamental of my wonderful voice is down here at sort of 100, 200, 300 hertz in some sense. This is an audio recording. This is an audio recording. This is an audio recording. And so how is this audio file behaving in Logic? It's not like MIDI. Yeah, so look, if I add in a software instrument channel, you're obviously used to creating MIDI. Blocks of MIDI like so. You press P. Inside here we input MIDI. Well, this is now audio. It's fundamentally different. There's no MIDI anywhere. Just simply the file. And the file is going to... This is an audio record. The file is going to play at the speed I recorded it at, if that's even the right words, regardless of the BPM of Logic. Look, I'm at 120 BPM. This is an audio record. Well, that's got nothing to do with how fast I said the words, this is an audio recording. If I go to 170 BPM, this is an audio, this is an audio, this is an audio, this is an audio, this is an audio. You can see that there's no connection in any sense between what an audio file is doing, yeah, and the BPM of Logic. Okay, so we can't deal with audio in the same way as we can with MIDI. We can't just move it about. Well, we can. We can move it about, but as you can see, there aren't little MIDI blocks waiting for us to edit against the grid like you see in piano roll. But nonetheless, the tools still apply, of course. So if I get my scissors out, as you know, I can hold down Command. I can kind of click just before I say this. See that? Chop it, grab that first bit, delete it, move that back to the start. This is an audio recording. This is an... And I can do many other weird and wonderful things. Okay, so something else we really care about with regards audio is this little fade option. So look, as I take my cursor up to the top left or the top right, see how it changes to that kind of two-headed arrow, I suppose. Okay, if I drag that in, it will create a fade for me. So if I fade that quite drastically, you will hear this. This is an audio record. Okay, and it's just faded in the volume of the audio file. I can undo that. I can zoom in. As we know and love, we can zoom, zoom, zoom to our heart's content. So I could zoom right in like I was doing in Audacity. Let's kind of see what the resolution gives us. So look at that. You can kind of see, as it were, in each individual sample, it's kind of a staircase of decreasing and increasing loudness. I suppose you can consider that. Okay, I could, make a cut there and move that over there. And now if we zoom back out, we're going to have, this is an audio recording. This is an audio recording. This is an audio recording. There's rather an ugly click. I could undo that. Z, Command Z. This is an audio record. I can grab it at the bottom, move it about, and here's another way that audio operates differently to MIDI. If I move that back to here, well, that file is still there on the computer, it's still there on the hard disk. I'm now choosing to only, as it were, hear that much of it. So, I could make a kind of slightly weird little thing with my voice here. This is an audio recording. This is an audio So, I'm going to grab that bit there. I'm going to get my scissors, chop, chop, delete, delete. And if I just put that on each beat, well, I'm at 170. Let's go 100 BPM. Okay. If I'm holding down Alt, as you might recall, and just dragging that over to each beat in the bar. Audio. I'm holding down Alt, dragging it over here. Audio. Now you might notice audio that each time the audio starts and then ends, there's a very slight annoying click. Audio. Okay, well that's a problem. We don't want clicking going on when we're using audio, which is why we have this fade in and fade out function like so that we talked about earlier. So you can see I've highlighted them all. I want to fade in and get rid of that click, but I'm just going to zoom right in as far as we can go. And you can see that that click is caused by that audio file not starting on the middle line, not starting at 0. Okay, so that much of this possible scale of loudness here, from the middle line to the end of the audio file, that much of it is making a click. Okay, so if I just zoom in ever so slightly, that kind of fades it to silence. Audio. And the same is true at the other end. Now, by the way, here comes the introduction of a new shortcut. If you hold down Control and Alt at the same time, my cursor has changed into a magnifying glass. If I now click and drag a square, I zoom in by that much. So again, you can see at the end of the file there's the tiniest click. Okay, so if I just fade out, and then if I hold down Control Alt and now just click, I will zoom back out. Audio. So that's a completely weird and not very interesting, kind of thing I'm making, but we are simply making the point that you can chop up audio, edit it, do many weird and wonderful things. All right. So final point here. Here's quite a crucial thing about audio. I've chopped this up and I've copied it over 1,000,000 times. Well, 8 times. Okay. If I do some destructive editing to this, it's still the same one audio file on the hard drive on the computer. And so whatever I do to one of them will happen to all 8 of them. So what does that mean? So if we press W, like so, W is the audio editor. If you're using MIDI, you press P. If you're using audio, you press W. So in here, under the Functions menu, look, we've got reverse. Okay, so if I reverse that audio file, it's reversed all of them. So why has it reversed all of them? Well, because it was only ever one file on the hard disk. So even though I'm now representing it 8 times, I'm copying over the one and only one thing that I've had to begin with. Okay, so any destructive edit that you make, for example, like reversing, just happens to the file. So it happens to all of them. So I'm going to undo that. Okay. And if I wanted to just reverse one of these, I've got to rename it and save one of them as a new file. So let's do that now. Here's a new shortcut for you. So I'm going to click on this one and I'm going to press Alt, Command and F. Okay, and that has given me this Save Region As option. So this is a region, this is a piece of audio. And it's, you know, it always was called audio recording. Okay, so I'm going to call this one audio recording rev for reverse. And then I'm going to save it. Okay, so this is actually now a different file on the computer. All right, so if I press W now with just this one highlighted and I reverse it, it's only going to happen to that one because it's a separate file. So now just that first one is the right way and all the others are backwards. Okay, really important point. All right, so now I'm going to use the color palette to make that piece of audio a different color so I don't kind of lose track of what weird and wonderful edits I've made. Okay, so if I press Alt and C, I get this nice color palette. All right, if I highlight that one, it's already highlighted. Let's make it purple. There you go. You can now see yeah, that first one is a different file on the hard drive. It's forwards, all the rest are backwards. Yeah, so if I deleted perhaps every other one, I could quickly hold down Alt, copy that over, Shift click to highlight 2, copy them over to there. Now I have forward, backwards, forwards, backwards. Okay, again, it's pretty weird, but this is just designed to give you a sense of things you can do to audio for the first time. You know, this is our fun first time viewing of audio. Okay, so all we've done in this little demo is just look at an audio file, see how they behave in a standalone piece of software called Audacity, and just get a quick sense of how they behave in Logic itself. So I hope that's useful. It might seem kind of, I don't know, complicated in some sense when you haven't done it, but once you start playing with audio and using samples, little drum hits and loops and so on, it really opens up a world of fantastic awesomeness. So yeah, hope that helps and see you soon.